Yes. This is Wolfotech coming directly to you, yes, from the internet. Yes. Via the YouTube video sharing platform. Yes. This is another wonderful little review of another old classic giant monster movie. I'm going to try to do more of these more as going forward because I basically grew up on Godzilla, Gamera, and King Kong as a kid. That was my babysitter. Video games, Godzilla, and cats and dogs. I was a latchkey kid since I was a baby. That's why I'm so badly socialized. And today's review is of Son of King Kong. Son of Kong. Or Danky Dong. Okay? Son of Danky Dong. Now, this movie takes place directly after King Kong, the original King Kong, the 1933 King Kong. This is also 1933 Son of Kong. This was literally like made picking up right off that tail end of the first one, and you know what? They use a bunch of the same actors in the same positions. A few new faces, some old faces gone on, but you got a lot of the core cast. This is more focused on Carl Denham and Captain Englehorn, as well as a few new characters that get tossed right in. And by the way, these new characters that get tossed right in, they're actually quite interesting characters in their own right, and I don't want to ruin it. I'm gonna have to say this, compared to the female lead role of this movie is no, honestly, I'm going to have to stop here and say this. The first and foremost, this is a no spoilers review, but in my personal opinion, the female lead role, I had to look that up. I forgot, I don't remember her name anymore. God, this is how amateurish I am at this stuff, okay? But on a whole nother level, she is a whole nother level above Faye Ray. She is much better. Her character and she's much better, okay? By far. Faye Ray was largely prop for the most part in the first, in King Kong. The lady that the lady that plays the lovely La Belle Helena, I remember the character's name. Helena is quite a bit more proactive and is not a prop. She is more of she can be she's sweet and she's nice, but she is not a shrieking violet, and she is a strong individual who is very caring. So on a whole nother level, well, as far as the equality side is concerned, and this movie is a better movie as far as equality and diversity. The chef uh, is also a major character in this movie from the previous movie. I said, like, you basically get three characters from the previous movie and two new ones tossed in, while a third one tossed, or fourth one tossed in. But you have a nice blend of new and old characters, and you got a lot of the main characters from the previous movie, minus Jackson, I forget his name, and Fay Ray's character, which is the human prop. As far as audio is concerned, this movie is way up there with King Kong, the original King Kong. Both of these movies have excellent soundtracks and excellent sound effects. I'm not going to throw rocks at it. The visual effects are, say, when it comes to King Kong, the original King Kong was pushing the bar really up there. I mean, like, it's like pushing up so high that it's actually jutting out of the ceiling. This movie is, it's not as high, but it's still way up there. It's a really good movie overall as far as the visual effects are concerned. The storm scenes are done very well. The maquettes, and the painting, the details in the background, all the effects are done very well. There's only like a little fuzzing here and there, or where they lay stuff over, but it's all really good overall. You got some reprisals and a lot of callbacks. So if you're gonna watch Son of Kong, go ahead and watch the original King Kong first, okay? Because the original King Kong sets up for this one. The camera work is also done very well in this movie as well. This movie is done all around very well, but just is slightly less than the original King Kong. And because it's the original King Kong was such a monster of a movie at this era of movies, this movie, even though it's an extremely good movie as far as effects and everything is concerned, and the quality of the acting and story, is because it is a sequel and it's a slight downgrade in some areas. This movie gets overlooked. The story is also done very well. The acting is done exceedingly well. Interestingly enough, as I said, this movie takes place immediately after King Kong, or at least a few weeks, not immediately after, but a few weeks or days after. It is very important to note that this movie at the beginning shows a lot of the interesting repercussions in social life and financial and cultural of the, oh my goodness, this guy brought a gigantic ape that's 50 feet tall into a city and it got loose. So it's like, people ask the question, what happens after Godzilla goes through Tokyo? This movie answers that. This movie answers that, with the exception of someone brought Godzilla to Tokyo. So this is all very well thought out. There's also a touch of socialism that's touched on, that is in this movie, that is interesting where it's placed in, but it's also interesting how they placed it in. I do have to say, this is a darn good movie. I'm not gonna lie. I would highly, if you're gonna go and watch King Kong, the original King Kong, or any of the other sequel King Kongs, or you're just really interested in King Kong and all things King Kong, I would most definitely say, like, absolutely watch the first movie. And if you enjoy the first movie, watch this movie. And for convenience sake, there's a nice DVD. It's out there that contains both. So, 2 discs. Obviously, the second disc is in playing. It's paused at the title screen, and it's it's a very nice font. It jumps out at you. You got the white and the black, and you got the shades of gray opening up. Radio Pictures presents Son of Kong. Which is interesting, because there's like one little tiny question is, how does King Kong have a son? I'll leave you thinking about that one. The answer might have been tied to Queen Kong, but that is a feminist knockoff that was filmed in Britain. And the story is that they went to Africa to pick up Queen Kong. At some point, I'm gonna have to pick that one up and do a review on that. It's notoriously bad, according to a lot of reviews I've seen. But I I can enjoy anything giant monster kaiju or mecha. So it's like, as long as there's some not, it's not some super strange fetish stuff going on in a movie, I'm like, okay. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please consider leaving a like or a dislike if you hate my video. If you hate any of my videos, leave dislikes on them. I'm not joking. You leave a dislike on a video if you think it's not that good. And put your thoughts in the comment section below. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like certain videos, please leave likes on them. If you really like them, leave comments. If you dislike them, leave dislikes and leave a comments explaining why you dislike the video. Okay? Seriously, people, if I'm doing really basic content here, but seriously, if you want me to improve, please tell me. Yes, tell me what you want me to improve. I'm going to work on the audio. I'm going to work on the lighting a little bit. I just have to save up money a little bit. So thank you very much for checking out. Save up money and then spend out the money. And I'm going to go and do my own thing. I have to go off and do something else, okay? Thank you very much. So long, and thank you for all the fish.